Hello, Danvers. My name is Claire. I'm one of the volunteers here at Danvers Community Access Television, and I'm your host for today's Danvers Daily. Today we have a special guest that we see around town all the time, who's very active in our community, Dutrochet Djoko, who is affectionately known as D. How are you today,
I'm
D?
doing very well, Claire. Nice to be here.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Now, I know you're going to be talking about a special event that happened this week in the community, but I wonder, since you're the chair of the Human Rights and Inclusion Committee, if you'd just remind our viewers of what the committee's mission is about.
Yes, so the Danvers Human Rights and Inclusion Committee was created back in 1994. And I know today we'll be talking about the Menorah Lighting. It's really fitting because the committee was created at the time as a result of some anti-Semitic graffiti on one of the schools in town. And David McKenna, who is still a member of the committee, was a select board member at the time and led the creation of this committee. It's a task force against anti-Semitism, racism, discrimination, homophobia. And we work with town leadership, police, fire, library, the public school, faith-based community, and different stakeholders within the North Shore to create that atmosphere of understanding and belonging. So that's what we do.
Very important. And I know that the Human Rights Committee has been involved in such activities for a number of years, including the Menorah Lighting, but it was a little different this year. Would you tell our viewers about that?
Indeed it was. For starter, the location. I think it's the 12 or 13 years, I'm not quite sure, but we used to have a menorah at the Library Pavilion. Beautiful site right by the water. I mean, the view was always amazing. But this year, we moved that to a more prominent location, which was downtown. It was great. That was very intentional. And thanks to town leadership for allowing us to do that, because we really wanted to increase visibility.
Yes.
Because as much as it was really pretty and beautiful there, it was kind of like tucked in the corner. So we wanted to bring it into downtown. Another new thing that we had this year was we had a girl dropped. And I think Jack has a picture of that. Yes, it was amazing. The kids had a blast, and I would see even adults try to get those.
Now, those are those golden coins,
That's
are they,
right.
with the chocolate inside?
Yes, yes.
So,
and great help and kudos to the fire department and the police department. They kind of blocked the street a little bit, and there were two firefighters on top of the ladder who were dropping those. It was really fun and exciting.
very intergenerational.
Definitely.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, yeah, we thought we were doing it for the kids, but it turns out even the adults were having a great time. So that was really nice. Another thing we actually did this year was in the past, most nights the menorah will be led by committee members. So this year we really opened it up to the whole community, and we had different families and community members light the menorah each night.
Very important.
Monday the 11th, it was the whole community, but all the other nights, they were just regular folks within the community coming, Jewish and non-Jewish, really coming to help us light it. As a matter of fact, I think we have one of the lighting that happened by one of our officers. Jack might have that sound of him lighting the menorah every night.
Saying the prayer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner Chanukah.
Yeah, so I think that is kind of some of that. Those are some of the things that we kind of added on this year. So.
Excellent. And are there some related traditions that are involved with the Hanukkah and the lighting of the menorah? I know there's special foods and.
Oh yes, definitely. I think we had Lucky and obviously the coin that was the chocolate coin, the gold coin that got dropped, and the rabbi also had some menorahs for people who didn't have them at home and who wanted to take some.
Did he?
Yes, that was also available at the event.
That's
Eh,
Rabbi Barber.
Yes, Rabbi Mendel Barber. Yes, it was a great event.
Really community inspired too.
Definitely.
Have it right next to the Christmas tree, right in downtown
Yes,
Danvers.
yes, and the weather was also very cooperative. That
Good.
morning it was raining, we were worried, but it turned out just really well.
Oh, that's good.
Thank
Good. I wonder if there's anything else that you want to add to that day's event, because I am curious about what the committee will be up to next.
Well, we always have a lot of events, but if we stick to the menorah a little bit, I think it is a great event for our town. The purpose of the event is really to bring the community together to celebrate Hanukkah. It's a way to promote awareness and understanding of the Jewish identity, the Jewish culture, tradition, and values. And we think as a committee that is very, very important. You know, whether you're Jewish or not, and I'm not Jewish, there's plenty, you know, for any one of us into the celebration of Hanukkah and what it represents. I remember a rabbi once told me that a little light can go a long way.
Well,
Especially the symbol, right? Because it kind of symbolizes like a beacon of hope for those who navigate dark passages in their lives. And we believe that events like the one we just had, you know, even if you don't necessarily celebrate Hanukkah, the idea of that hope intertwines with, you know, what Hanukkah represents. And we think it's important for our community. It's any one of us can find that valuable, and creating that visible support for our community members of Jewish faith is very important. It is crucial, and as you know, someone who is not Jewish and deeply embedded in this annual tradition, it's also important for me to have that cultural exposure, right?
Yes.
So no matter how you look at it, I think this is a great event. This is an event that we need to continue and really need to make it bigger and bigger. And one of the things that I forgot to mention about what was different this year, I think we had the biggest crowd ever.
is it?
Yes, I
Very
mean,
nice.
it's like every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So that was a good thing.
Very nice.
So.
Any parting thoughts? We've got other holidays coming up here. I wonder what the committee might be.
Well, yes, we do have other holidays coming up. I just want to thank, first of all, DCAT for being there to film
Of course.
the event. I think that's always a good thing to capture the moment. I want to thank DPW for all that they did. I want to thank the town leadership for allowing us to move the menorah.
Yes.
I want to thank the fire department. I want to thank the police for, you know, making sure the streets were safe for us to do that. I want to thank Rabbi Baba Mendel, Jasmine at the DEI, who really were behind the scene trying to make sure, and most importantly, all the volunteers who agreed to come lead the menorah every night, and finally, all the people that were able to attend. Now that we've got our menorah behind us, our next event is going to be Martin Luther King Day event.
good.
That's going to be on January 15 at the high school from 3 to 6.
Good. Well, I know Jack has some more footage as the outro here.
That is true. I forgot about that, Jack. I got carried away into me explaining what this was about, but part of also what we did this year, we were asking volunteers to kind of send us footage or images while they were leading the menorah. And I think we have at least 2 videos of one of the officers and Lieutenant Rob Sullivan, and just when they went to lead the menorah, explaining what it means to them.
Andrew Palmachi. I've been with the Danvers Police Department for about a year and a half now. I grew up in town, and it's just a great opportunity to come interact with the community, both last night at the Menorah Lighting and tonight to come out and light the menorah. It was hugely important to me.
And why was it important to you?
It's a good way to interact with the community, not only like Danvers as a whole, but with like the Jewish community as well.
And you're part of the Jewish community?
I am, yes.
Yeah?
Yep. My temple is over in Peabody, but it's still nice to come out and be at these events.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Did you have the one for Lieutenant Rob, or did he already go by?
So I'm Lieutenant Rob Sullivan with the Danvers Police Department. I am the police department's liaison to the town's Human Rights and Inclusion Committee. I am joined tonight by Chief Lovell and Captain Sanborn, as well as my colleagues from the evening patrol shift, Sergeant Clarizia, Officers Pramauchi, Capella, Vargas, and some who have run off to call us for service, but hopefully they'll be back in time. We're honored to be here tonight to light the menorah on the 6th night of Hanukkah. We're doing so this year at a time when we're seeing an unprecedented increase in anti-Semitic hate crimes and hate incidents across the country. And we are aware of the long-lasting and harmful impacts that living in fear of crime can have on communities. So it's important for us to let our Jewish brothers and sisters, friends and neighbors here in Danvers and around the North Shore know that we will do everything we can do to make sure Danvers is an open and welcoming community to all. And it's our wish that everybody has a safe, happy, and healthy Hanukkah.
Thank you so much, Jack. Thanks for sharing that, and thanks, Claire, for having me over. And
always a pleasure to see you.
You know, another shout out to the elected officials in our town that also came and assist us during last Monday's event. We had the chair of the select board there, David Mills, another select board member, Dan Bennett was there, Gardner Trust. They were all there, as well as our state representative, Sally Kerens. I think having that leadership support these events speaks volumes into where, you know, we are as a town, and I really appreciate that. So happy Hanukkah, everyone. And our next event is going to be on January 15 from 3 to 6 at Danvers High School, where we're going to celebrate MLK. And this year the theme is going to be, how do we move like king? How do we MLK throughout Danvers throughout the year? It'll be a great event.
Well, thank you for being with us today. You know, I find that the more that we're aware and participate in each other's traditions and celebrations, the more that we find that we're not very different at all.
That's indeed, indeed.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.